What is the best loophole that you've ever found? I still use the loophole of jumping on a shuttle bus out of LAX to a parking garage or hotel, yes, and then calling an Uber Lyft from there to avoid the airport prices. Brings the ride home down to $10 from $40. I do this in NYC. I take the air train to the free stop at the parking lot and call an Uber there. Half the price, double the happiness. They used to have a promotion at Wendy's, probably 6 or 7 years ago, where if you filled a survey out on your receipt you could get free burger. I guess they didn't notice that you could take the survey on the receipt of the free burger and just keep getting free ones. So we would just go after school and chain 5 free burgers after we just bought one. We did that for a few days until they finally caught on and stopped accepting it. GameStop once had a return any 5 games for $10 in credit deal. I did a bit of mental math, walked over to the used bin and sauntered up to the counter with 5 copies of Princess Ponyland Express or whatever for 99 cents each. The cashier looked more curious than weirded out as he rang them up. I swiped my card and then gestured at my pile of used garbage and said I'd like to trade in some games. He laughed out loud, gave me a high five and said, "This promo has been live for weeks and you're the first person to figure it out. I can't let you abuse it, but just take any one game you want." And that's how I got Red Dead Redemption 1 for the low price of high-fiving a GameStop employee. Local radio station had a contest where you call in when they play same artist back to back to win a prize. Turns out they had a now playing and up next feature on their website. My girlfriend at the time would start calling in before the second song even came on. Won tons of prizes ranging from concert tickets to a laptop. My college campus had a cafe with deli and salad bar. The deli sandwiches were way overpriced, like $8 for a standard turkey sandwich. But the salad bar was very reasonable. Subsidized to promote healthy eating. So I found that the salad bar had all the same ingredients as the sandwiches. The meat was just shredded. The deli would sell slices of bread for $0.25 each, so I would just buy the bread, load up and weigh my salad and grab some free mayo and mustard packets, then build my own sandwiches for under $2. Used that trick for my last 2 years. I've got a good one. A friend of mine takes time to read the fine print on all sweepstakes deals. Anyways, he was able to find a nice loophole with an airline deal through Hertz Car Rental. The deal basically gave you 10k frequent flyer points for X airline every time you rented a car from Hertz. So this guy, using a Hertz Gold card that allowed him to skip the line, check out a car, and drop it off without interacting with anyone. For example, like scanning into a building or kiosk instead of speaking with a doorman, took a week or 2 off work to run this quick play. He took a sedan from Hertz A, drove 5 miles to Hertz B, dropped it off, picked up another car from Hertz B, drove back to Hertz A, dropped it off, picked up another car, rinse and repeat. He earned a few million miles with the airline and hasn't paid for a ticket since. He'll be flying first class for the rest of his life. I believe he only paid $5 per Hertz trip. Genius. Not sure if this will still work, but when my buddies and I would go to see a movie, we'd only buy 2 tickets and 2 of us would go in. One of us would then take both ticket stubs and pretend like we were going out for a smoke and come back in with another buddy. We'd do this until all of us got in. I used to work as the vendor receiver manager for Food Lion. I used to really love Dr. Pepper back then, now I'm a cherry Coke man. We were having a sale where Dr. Pepper was 59 cents for a 2-liter. I was excited until I talked to the driver who delivered the product and he was like, "Yeah, I have a fuck ton of coupons for 55% off that we are sticking on them for next week." I calmed myself and asked him for as many as he was willing to part with. He handed me 400 coupons. The coupons were already active. I bought 402 liters of Dr. Pepper at 4 cents each. I cleared out 2 stores in my town. Some of you are probably wondering if I filled up a bathtub with Dr. Pepper and bathed in it. The answer is yes. Because I could. Took a survey course in college, which basically amounted to a course the school was planning to offer in the future, but giving the professor an opportunity to fine-tune the curriculum before officially offering it as a class. Easy enough course, got my credit, went home happy. Next semester the course went live and was offered under a different course number, but the description was identical. Signed up, never attended a class, took the final and got my credit again. I did the same thing. Took an intro course for my major like freshman or sophomore year, then my senior year the prof changed the course and it ended up with a different course number. I wasn't even the only one to take advantage of it, it was me and another senior from our major. When I started work at my new job, they emailed me a contract to sign. You sign it, return it to your new boss, he signs it, then it gets filed. The contract was a PDF but I converted it to Word so that I could modify one of the lines to add the termination of employment. The employee must return all company property and be handed a lemon meringue pie for each month of employment. New boss signed it without looking at it too closely and it has now been filed. I have been working here for approximately 80 lemon meringue pies now. But it has been a while and now I am starting to wonder if I really pulled it off or if I just thought about it without actually doing it. I can't ask to see my employment contract without arousing suspicion. Back in 2013, Papa John's had a promo for the Super Bowl where if you called the coin toss correctly, you would get a voucher for a free one-topping pizza. However, the only control in place was you could only enter the contest one time per email address. I created more than 60 emails, half of them calling heads, half tails. Ate free for 6 weeks. I didn't find this loophole but my friend did. A few years back, an online store had this promotion where whoever spent the most money over a month would get free round-trip airplane tickets to anywhere in the world. My friend, who's a freaking genius, found that one thing you could buy on the site was a gift certificate. So he bought a $25 gift certificate and kept spending it on another $25 gift certificate. So he ended up spending $25 on round-trip tickets to Australia. If you live in an area that has Amazon Prime now and need something but not enough to meet the $35 order minimum for free delivery, you can buy an Amazon gift card to meet the minimum and then add it to your account to apply towards your next purchase. My friend made a spreadsheet of all the restaurants in town that gave you free stuff for your birthday and mapped out the shortest route to take you to all of them. Lie about your birthday for different apps for Starbucks, Chick-fil-A etc. and spread the free shit throughout the year so you don't have to hit up a million places in one day. Hey bro, you want to get lunch tomorrow? Sorry man, I can't. It's my Starbucks birthday and I've been waiting 6 months for this free coffee. My brother once yelled last one to jump in the pool is gay, and then jumped into the pool. However, I figured out that if I did not jump in then technically he would be the last one in the pool, and he is still gay to this day. Boom, roasted. In 3rd grade, our teacher had to leave the room for some kind of emergency, and left one of the students in charge, the teacher's pet, of course. The teacher said that we were not allowed to talk, and if we did, we would have to write 100 times I will not talk in class when instructed not to, or something like that. Well, my friend and I were bored, so we started writing out the punishment, and when we were finished, proceeded to talk to each other until the teacher returned. The student left in charge wasn't sure what to do. It was hilarious. One that is no longer in use, but I heard about it a long time ago, and thought it was genius. During the 1970s, a Bulgarian human rights dissident was expelled from his home country to West Germany. He figured out his own private way to get back at Soviet communism. Once a month, he chose a dissident imprisoned in the Soviet Union and wrote him a personal letter. But before mailing it, he would take it to the post office and have it insured against it being opened or tampered with. The Soviet government, naturally, would intercept the letter, open it and photocopy the contents. But because the letter was insured, they would have to pay the insurance award. If they didn't, they would be kicked out of the International Postal Union. The IPU let the Bulgarian dissident do this to a maximum of 1 time a month, so as to not abuse the insurance system. So for years, this man would write a letter of support to an imprisoned human rights activist in the USSR. And 1 month later, he would receive a check from the USSR for a total of $400.